it is, what it is. We back. Coffee and Mary Jane. We took some time off. Took some time off. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We is Bizak. David Pollock. Salute. Salute. Smash that like button. You know I had to go get my coffee. We took some time off. You know what I'm saying? That's right. We had to let it breathe. I know the holidays, everybody out there eating big plates of food, trying to recover from all that weight that you may have put on during the holidays. But we are Bizak. We back. Smash that like button. We got something to talk about. The rational versus the intuitive. We're going to break it down, people. We're going to break it down. We just had a fight with Brad Scott versus Dr. Wu. Yo, you know who I'm talking about. But we're going to break it down. I did a reaction on it. Let some people come in the building at the 5 minute mark. Mm-hmm. Make sure I got my preliminary stick right here. This is just a preliminary stick right here. Make sure you got your coffee if you're a coffee drinker. Uh-huh. Let's go get this coffee. This is the coffee that we drinking right here. You know, the Wrench Gang ain't in here. Dink ain't in here. He would have the link up. Soon we're gonna have the link. This is the coffee you should be drinking with the CBD all up in it, making you feel all extra nice, and you getting your coffee hit. Nice, robust flavor. Robust. He said the country does not care about you. I hear you. Dink the Professor Wrench Gang. That's right. He got the link in there. If you want to sip on this gourmet coffee, hit that link. Let them know Light Burley sent you. That's right. See, this good stuff. This is the good stuff. Mm-hmm. Let the Wrench Gang is up in here because I got a new hater. So the Wrench Gang got to stay on point. They out there. Ooh, son. Salute. Salute. We're going to give it 6 minutes instead of 5. Give people some time to come up in here. Mm-hmm. That's right. Got my little computer set up right here. Got the camera working, computer set up. I got to get some lights in the back. You know, I got to get some lights in the back. Little, what's the name? Little logo in the back or something. But we do got those. KG, thank you. Salute, sir. But you know, we do got that 52 block uh, blanket comforter. That's right. You want to get your comforter on. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, you on the plane, you traveling. You know how you be on the plane, it be cold as hell on the plane. You know what I'm saying? You break this out right there. You break this out right here and wrap yourself in that 52 block love. Look at that. Look at that there. Look at that. You can just wrap yourself up, you know what I'm saying? Be on the plane like this. You know what I'm saying? Just Wrap your joint up. You're on the plane with it, letting them know who you represent, and you warm with it. Look. I'm feeling extra warm, people. I'm already feeling the heat. It's that 52 block heat right there. Look. Uh-huh. That's right. We got those. We got those coming. We got that coming for you. We got that coming for you. The 52 block travel blanket. You know what I'm saying? You on the plane. You don't want to be cold. You got that. Mm-hmm. All right, we lighting it up. We going in. The stick has already been lit. Relight your stick. Get your coffee. Coffee and Mary Jane, people. He said when she asked you, you got protection, pull that out. There you go, son. That's right. That's right. Mm-hmm. True story. True story. All right. Now I don't know if anybody's seen the DK Wu fight. Hold on, let me see my light. How my light working? Yeah, got a little shallow, but it's all right. I don't know if anybody's seen that DK Wu fight, but if you know anything about DK Wu, you know he has his own system. You know he's built off of that kung fu state of mind, and I'm not saying that it didn't work, but pretty much it didn't work from what we've seen. You know, he's breaking shield. I mean, like helmets and this little quick punch, and you can see it all works when the person is standing right in front of you, standing there, pretty much participating. It's participation going on, people. Participation leads to hypnosis. Most hypnosis will tell you that you have to participate on being hypnotized. You got to participate in it. And there was this one guy who was doing the death touch, and he was touching, and his students was flipping. He ain't even touch them. They doing all these type of somersaults. And when they were observed, what happened was it wasn't that the people there were actually playing in, but they were participating because they wanted to believe so much that he could do it, that they were actually manipulating their own bodies in these crazy throws where they could have hurt themselves just off of thinking that he was actually doing it, but they were doing it. They were pretty much hypnotized by him. Because when the normal person came up in there that wasn't under his spell and he did all of that floopy floop stuff with his finger, they stood right there and looked at him like, all right, what next? He ain't make him flip. You know why he ain't flip? Because he did not participate, people. It's like dancing. Have you ever tried to dance with somebody who's not participating in dancing with you? You're almost a molester. You become Chester the molester. You're Chester the molester. If you're trying to dance with somebody that doesn't want to dance with you, you're Chester the molester. See, in dancing, you need participation. You need a partner. That partner has to participate in dancing with you. And this is what's happening in most martial arts is that the people standing there, they want to believe so much that they are participating with these movements that he grab you by your finger and he moving your body all like this because you want to believe he has this Tai Chi power. But when DK Wu was dropped in that gladiator arena, we ain't see none of that. He was taking shots. One thing we got to do is give him his flowers for getting in there, first and foremost. He's like 40-something years old, and he got in there with a man that outweighed him by 25 pounds. But that also goes into his kung fu fantasy. What is wrong with you? What do you think you're trying to prove by getting in there with a man that outweighs you by 25 pounds, people? That's not playtime. That's not playtime. You can't really believe you that good that you're going to offset 20, and then it's 25 pounds from a pro MMA fighter. Maybe if it was a big dude that didn't know nothing, and he was just big for no reason, you can stand a chance. You got a chance there if you highly skilled. But if you go in there with a big man that has the weight and he has the skill, what you thinking you're going to do? That's part of your kung fu fantasy. He had a better chance getting in there with somebody his weight class. He could have did way better. He was taking them shots, but the big guy, Brad Scott, had already said he wasn't going to try to kill him. So he wasn't really throwing them, winging them things like he could have winged them and really hurt DK. He gave him an easy sparring match. KG said, you give feedback when others don't. You are the real deal. We respect you, and I respect you, appreciate you. We got to keep it real. He took it easy on DK. He could have assassinated, but we give him his flowers because he went 6 rounds, 3 minutes a round. That's 18 minutes of fighting. He showed guts by getting in there with somebody that outweighed him by 25 pounds, being in his 40s. You know, all flowers for that. What we did see, though, too, was that kung fu stuff he talks, he wasn't able to implement none of it. And I go on to say, even if he was allowed to kick against somebody that knew how to kick, it would have looked different. It still wouldn't have looked the way he's selling it. And there's a reason why, people. I'm gonna let you know right now. Because it can't. It can't. It's just that simple. It can't look that way, people. I know we have been romanticized. We have been hypnotized by these movies. The Ip Man. We done seen the Shaw Brothers. We want to see it. We want to see it, people. Hold on 1 second. Get back to where I was at. Like I was saying, we want to see it. We want to see those moves, but we never will. You know why? Because they're choreographed fight scenes. Roger W said Bushido will get you hurt or killed like Dale Brown out of Detroit. No, we want to see it, but we never will because they're choreographed fight scenes, people. And then the biggest thing is your brain won't allow it. Smash that like button, please. Your brain won't allow it. Not the way you believe. Let's talk about it. The part of you have pretty much 2 sides of your brain. I'm not going to say 2 sides, but I'm going to say the controlling factors, the rational and the intuitive. In fighting, you have the same thing. You have the irrational style of fighting, the intuitive. What's rational? You punch me in my face, I punch you back in your face. You kick me, I kick you. You grab me to the ground, we wrestle. You choke me, I try to choke. That's rational fighting. What's intuitive is kung fu, trying to fight like a monkey. That's intuitive. And what's happening is the kung fu people are trying to make intuitive fighting arts rational, and you can't. Even your brain doesn't work like that. Let's look it up. Let's look up the definition of intuitive. Let's look it up. Let's go into it. All right. Intuitive, using or based on what one feels to be true, even without conscious reasoning, instinctive. That's intuitive. Okay. That's kung fu. Let's go to what rational definition. All right. Rational's definition is based on or in accordance with reason or logic. So, 2 sides. Reasoning, intuitive. Intuitive or for what you feel, reasoning and logic for what is. Now, people are trying to make the intuitive rational. And this is where the kung fu men keep failing. And I don't understand with all of these years why am I the only one talking like this. You can't see it? Am I the only one that sees this? You can't make intuitive arts rational. Now, can the intuitive help the rational? Yes, in spirit form. So if you're doing monkey kung fu, you cannot become a monkey. You're no monkey. Nature didn't bless you with the skills of a monkey and didn't bless the monkey with the skills of a human. You just not. But intuitively, you can grab the essence of the monkey. What is the essence of the monkey? Agility. So if you somebody that can do a backflip and then left hook somebody, you've done monkey kung fu. You've done it without all of the acting like a monkey. That's for the movies. That's for the movies. You've done monkey kung fu. If you do a cartwheel into some type of kick, you've done monkey kung fu. Same thing with tiger kung fu. You are taking the essence of the tiger. You pounce on your opponent and beat them up. I'm the tiger style. You don't actually have to have your hand in the claw. You know why? Because you don't have the retractable claws actually to make the claw work. You a fake claw. You out there faking it. You capping. Tiger going to see you and like, look at this dude over here capping. He over here capping like he got a claw. He ain't got no claw. He capping right in front of us. We should tear him apart, show him where the real claw is. That's what it is. That's what's going to happen to you. And that is the difference. That is the difference between, hold on one second, let me turn my phone off. That is the difference between the intuitive and the rational. The intuitive helps the rational. The arts of rational fighting are going to be what they are. You can't change them. We're going to stay punching each other in the face. We're going to stay elbowing each other, kneeing, kicking, choking, fighting, and grappling. Some head bumps in there, some biting. There's some other tricky stuff you can add to that. But basically, we're going to stay in the rational because that's what's available for us. You can't hold your hand in some type of puma paw. Like you can't throw punches like this. Even this Phoenix eye and all of this tricky sticking your thumb up, you can't do it. Better just get you some brass knuckles. Get you some brass knuckles with some, see my rings? See these rings, baby? See, look at these rings. Look at these rings. I'm pointing at the wrong camera. Excuse me. See these rings? See, I hit you with this joint right here. And I'm turning the punch over on your face. Yeah. So I don't need no Phoenix eye, no tricky. No, you ball your fist up and you punch him in the face. Keep it simple. You can't do all of this. You can't hold the cuffs and do drunk fighting. It just can't be done in real time, people. Michael DJ, dedicated survivors. Don Carlos, I think I read you. I just tuned in. You can't do it. And that's why DK Wu and all of these Kung Fu guys are going to keep getting beat up and tossed aside because you can't make intuitive arts rational arts. They have their lanes. Just like your rational thought comes from your prefrontal cortex. Your intuitive comes from the left hemisphere of your brain that controls the right side of your body, which may be a good way to tell if somebody is lying. If they trying to be creative and they doing something on the right side, they're probably lying to you. They're making something up. Free smoke, respect. But I love Kung Fu too, people. But it falls into a place, if it has its own category. When it comes down to punching, I am not trying to learn punching from Kung Fu. Just not going to do it. Sorry. I'm going to go to boxing. There are some Kung Fu arts of kicking that are pretty good. Yep. There's even some Kung Fu wrestling. Okay. But most of them are abstract arts. Even Wing Chun. You're not Quan Saoing no Bati. There's going to be no Pak Saos, no Quan Saos. There's no Saos. Unless you got cows out in the back. But you ain't going to have too many Saos. Now, you can have a parry, and you can call that a Pak Sao. Okay. Quan Sao, Hu Sao, Fun Sao, and all of this, it's not going into the fight with you. Sorry. Not going to make it. It's the intuitive. Once we go into the fight, we working on the rational plane. So intuitive, we just seen the definition, is pretty much your feelings. You can feel the way you want to feel when the fight starts. But once I get to kicking that ass, I don't care how you feeling. What you're going to be feeling is some pain. You can be feeling any type of way you want to feel. But you're going to feel this pain if you ain't trained correctly in a rational form of training. You can have some intuitive training to go along with your rational training. Carlos Pridgen. What about Jeet Kune Do? Jeet Kune Do is really not a style. We already know that. And I think Jeet Kune Do is more like a concept that fits particular people. Somebody, because Jeet Kune Do was really Bruce Lee's expression. He did, and he said he didn't want it as a style. He said it's not a style. He said it was his. It was his. So if they're going to keep that concept going on, your Jeet Kune Do would be the styles you mix. You may like Krav Maga, some Sambo, sprinkle it with a little boxing. That's your Jeet Kune Do. He may like Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, some Capoeira with a little Muay Thai on top. That's his Jeet Kune Do. So Jeet Kune Do more is a concept than a style. You're right. Some tactics and moves you learn are either useless in the modern world, or the move technique is dangerous to perform. It has to be perfected before it can even be useful in a real fight. Facts, Don Carlos. Fight or match in the ring. That's right. These things have to be tested. And we could see DK Wu wasn't really testing it, because there is a coordination that goes with everything, people. If somebody played basketball and he stopped and you didn't know, and he walked in the park and you passed him the ball, you would automatically see, like, you've played ball before? Even people that box, you can catch them at 60 years old, still throwing hooks and straight, and you be like, yeah, hey, old man, you used to box? Like, yeah, I used to box. I was Gold Gun champion back in my heyday. I'm putting everybody down. But you can see it because there's a coordination to it, that he was actually doing it. See, you can't fake it in the fight world. And what DK Wu just showed us is that he's really not doing it, because he looked like a fish out of water in that fight, to me. And it was really just like a glorious sparring match. That's right. Get the likes up. Smash that like button. I really can't fight well, but I like boxing. I'm interested in Wing Chun, developed by a woman, close in combat. Yeah, I think you, like I said, out of Wing Chun, there's something you can get out of Wing Chun that we call sticky arm. But on the whole, like I said, it's an abstract art. So it's very hard to make bring Wing Chun into rational fighting. That's why the MMA came and crushed so many Kung Fu fantasies, because the rational came in there and showed them all of that snake style. Yeah, you ain't getting that off. You ain't pressing nobody's points in the heat of combat. Bad enough, you ain't breaking no arms. It's very hard to just break arms in combat. They be like, oh, I grabbed the arm and right here, you got the arm break. Nah. See, they haven't added in that the body protects itself even without information. If you grab somebody's arm, they're going to wiggle in a way to make it very hard. The body just doesn't give up just because you've given up. You know what I'm saying? The body's still going into protecting itself. It will go to autopilot to protect itself. So breaking somebody's arm without holding them down, and then you break it where you got 4 other people holding them down, pinning them, and maybe brace their arm against something, then you can get a break. But you know how hard it is to catch somebody's arm and then break it? Come on, man. Stop it, man. Come on, man. Let's get down to some real training so we can get down to some real research. If the research stays in this intuitive place, this, what we feel in the fantasy place, the Disneyland, we ain't gonna get to the real meat. We ain't gonna get to the real meat. We're gonna be over there chewing on fat, and we ain't even get to the meat of the subject. Press that like button. Come on, get them likes up. Let's get this video out here. Where the hell is my coffee? Oh, hold on. Let me get my coffee. But it's good that DK Wu had the heart to go out there and learn that lesson. He said, Light, I've heard you talking about the Philly shell, but can explain its weakness or how to fight someone that's good at using it. Um, the weakness of the Philly shell is exactly what it is. It's a half guard. So this is a full guard. Philly shell would be a half guard. So the weakness is that it's a half guard. So the man using it better know what he's doing. You can't just be out there Philly shelling for the sake of Philly shelling. You better know what you're doing because you've already taken away one guard, one arm, which would be a full guard. Now you're down to a half guard. How to work on somebody who is good at using the Philly shell is feints. You got to get him to roll before you even did anything. You throw a jab, he rolls. You pump fake the jab, he rolls. You catch him in between it. Bink. So you get him to turn because the Philly shell works off of the turning movement, raising the shoulder, turning. So you have to get him in action, even when nothing's happening, to get him to go into the shell, and then you fire at him. Bop, 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 bop. But there are a couple of ways. That's just one way. That's not, the foolproof way. That's just one way you can look at it. You can also spin the elbow, a lot of tricky stuff. But like I said, DK Wu had the heart to go in there and learn that lesson. And we give him his flowers for that. We got to. We got to give him his flowers for that. Because it takes balls to the walls to get in there, especially with a man that outweighs you by 25 pounds. Like, why do you exaggerate height of your punches when shadow boxing? What do you mean by the height? You mean by here? Like that type of thing you talking about? Hold on, am I looking at the camera? That would be my, check hook. You mean that type of thing? Light 52 versus DK Wu would sell pay-per-view. Hell yeah, would David Pollock, yeah. It's because you wanna I've always said this. I think they should make this a t-shirt. Fight like you love yourself. So this is how you throw a punch like you don't love yourself. This is how you throw a punch like you love yourself. So one kind of guards your face, one leaves your face in the open. It's all about you. It's about punching from a safe place. That's what it's all about, loving yourself. I'm telling you, I'm gonna make that a t-shirt. Fight like you love yourself. DK kept getting thrown around. I thought I was watching WWE. Yeah, his legs was going from under him. Free smoke. LOL, brother. Like, I'm so tired of these bookmasters out here portraying themselves. I'm right. And I'm not trying to knock DK Wu, but what I am, because my online course only has 14 people. It should have like 200-300 people. DK Wu, his online course got thousands of people. But I get it, because as people, a lot of the times the people that we pick, that that we admire, it could be for subtle reasons. Some can be for his information, some can be for his comedy, some can be for the way he looks, the whole thing. Clara Rodriguez, how you doing? So I get it. But come on, man. The man got thousands of online students. I'm supposed to have thousands. Now, I've been sparring for years. People are like, oh, you always turn the gloves backwards. But what they don't understand is that it's a supercomputer thing. I'm constantly computing. Gloves on right way, gloves on the wrong way. You're constantly solving that puzzle. So it changes your coordination when you get in there. And obviously, DK Wu wasn't. He was doing the technique. Yeah, let me but not actually training the fight mind. See, you can't lie to the fight mind. The fight mind is you. It knows you. I've spent hours sparring. You put me in there with anybody and you ain't going to see that. I guarantee it. Who thinks that everybody wants to be friends with Superman. That's why, you know what I'm saying? Ask anybody that's a sparrer. I'm telling you, my brain for that is there because I do it all the time, and I've done it all the time. That's all. Like I said, putting on your pants, cooking food, whatever you do all of the time, you see you have a strong muscle memory for it. That's why you have to do it. That's why you must spar. I was saying this years ago. The Kung Fu men must spar. You got to, because at least you can get the abstract nuances out your style and add it to the rational. But you can't just go in there with the intuitive on the rational fight level. You can't go in with an intuitive style of thinking in the rational fight. That's like going in. That's like going into a sword match with a lightsaber. That's right. That's like going against somebody who got a katana from Japan. It can slice the wings off a fly, and you go in there with a lightsaber. That's what you're doing. You're taking the intuitive into it. Guess what's going to happen? He's going to cut through you and your little lightsaber that lights up. He's going to the whole katana. He's going to chop your head off. This is why it will never work, people. It's never going to work, man. Learning jujitsu from books and videos, even with my experience with martial art, the point is I wasn't trained in jujitsu. And when I tried to apply Jumaji crossed arms, I guess it didn't go too well stance. I ended up getting my arm fractured. Damn. Michael Butler, bigger discussion. Are weight classes really necessary? Yeah, they're very necessary. I think DK Wu found that out. Brad Scott could have really hurt him, like at any moment. He said he was taking it easy on him. Like, yeah, weight classes matter because once again, nature is undefeated. Nature is undefeated. There, even though the honey badger can back down some lions, it can't fight a lion. It just has enough. Go, back up off me, to back a lion down. Where a lion's like, you know what? I really don't feel like tussling with you today. I ain't trying to get my eyes scratched out. But on the one-on-one, the lion will murder the honey badger. Weight matters. Nature has shown us that, and we can't turn away from nature. Weight classes matter. And that's part of the Kung Fu fantasy, is that you can be a $105 like Bruce Lee and go in there and kick somebody's butt that's a heavyweight. No, you won't. You're going to get beat up. You're going to get beat up. An old Mike Tyson right now will beat Mayweather up. If you put Mayweather in there with Mike Tyson right now, 50 years old, off the couch, and give them 6 rounds, Mayweather's chances are he's going to get hurt. He's going to get hurt. KG, you read people comments here. People should. That's right. I read the comments. That's right. We reading these comments. Weight matters, people. We can't turn away from it. It's a law of nature. Law of physics. It goes all the way down to physics. We can't defy the physics, and that's where the intuitive comes in. See, intuitive thinking, I have you thinking that you can defy physics. Guess where delusion starts at? In the intuitive mind. Delusion ain't starting in the prefrontal cortex, in the rational mind. No. Delusion is starting on the left hemisphere, in your intuitive mind. That's where you start to go to delusions, where you want to see the Wing Chun work like the Ip Man movie, when you want to see your Kung Fu work like what you've seen in the Shaw Brothers movies. That's when you slip into delusion. Roy Jones Jr. isn't being. That's right. Roy Jones Jr. isn't beating no Tyson Fury. No, not even at his height. Not even when he was Roy. Put Roy in with Tyson Fury in his prime, and you'll see what happens. That weight matters. Yes, weight matters. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It doesn't mean that because a man is bigger than you, you back down from a fight. No, you don't. You try to avoid the fight. But if the fight is imminent, you fight. You fight. You're gonna have to do what you gotta do. Yeah, bro. Thanks. I try and chat with people on Twitch. They don't pay no mind unless you're a subscriber and donate to them. Listen, weight matters. But a lot of times, a lot of people that came to confront me are always bigger than me and way more than me. Now I'm getting a little stockier. I'm up to 165. I got my weight up. That's right. I got my weight up. Now these punches hurting way more. Now, boy, I hit you with one of these hooks. You just going. I'll hook you off. I'm gonna hook you right. I'm gonna do you real nice. I'm gonna do you real right. I got my weight up. Is there any pro fighter that's not a heavyweight that can be the pro heavyweight fighter all time? No, I don't believe so. Hook 'em pound for pound. You think Gervonta won last night? Yes. Yes. It was a hard fight, but he won. He landed the cleaner shots, the better blows. But what we want to call effective aggressiveness is called Isaac Cruz. Now, that is effective aggressiveness, even if you're missing, because he was catching them body shots. See, the thing about boxing is body work don't get the points it should get. Because it would have been even more razor sharp, close fight. He could even pulled out a victory with some of them. But it's definitely a fight that he needs to run back. See, this is what made Mayweather Mayweather. If Mayweather was in a fight that was close, he was running it back. So if Gervonta has really made of that sauce, he want to prove to us that he's made of that sauce. He run it back and knock him out. That's how he do it. Knock Measy, my family, he said, I want DK Woo in the ring. That's going to be terrible. That's going to be terrible. Knock Measy versus DK Woo. Listen, that's going to be terrible. That's going to be a kung fu fantasy come crashing down way sooner. He ain't going to go 6 rounds with my homie. I bet that. And I tell you, Brad Scott was being nice to him, but he get in there with my homie Knock Measy. He ain't doing 6 rounds. I'm putting my money on. I don't think he's going to make it out the first round. He had no fight intelligence in there. At one point, he turned his back and ran. Look at my reaction, people. He turned his back and ran. Come on, man. Come on, man. That's what I'm talking about. There's something different when you sparring. Ask my homie Knock Measy, he in the chat. You get a different type of mind when you're actually in there sparring and fighting. Is different. Your coordination is different. How you see things are different. It's like being a NASCAR driver. You couldn't just become a NASCAR driver. You know, they're going at top speeds around that track. We all crash. You try to throw me in the NASCAR, and I'm killing everybody in the stands. I ain't making it around the track, not once. I'm going to murder everybody. He said, we got fight and spar. That's right. It's fight and spar vids. That's why they be coming after me. I don't know why they coming after me. We got fight and spar vids up on concrete. My homie fan was there when I was scrapping on concrete, scratch my knees up and all of that. Listen, people, fighting is fighting. That's why I give DK Woo flowers for getting in there. Gotta have heart to get in there. No doubt. No doubt. We give him enough flowers for that. But what he did prove is he had no fight coordination. And he lucky Brad Scott wasn't really trying to turn up on him, giving him 25 pounds. Like, you can just give somebody 25 pounds. Like, you that nice. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. No. Can't just be giving away 25 pounds. If I'm giving away 25 pounds, you're going to have to let me wear some brass knuckles or something. We're going to have to even this shit up. Because how am I going to make you feel me if you got 25 pounds of weight over me? How am I going to make you feel me? And every shot you drop on me, I'm feeling. That's why weight classes was invented, people. I'm telling you right now. And the old Mike Tyson can get in the ring with Mayweather and hurt him. He catch him with one of them shots. You see how Mike be hitting the pads. He catch Mayweather with one of them things, and he gonna hospitalize him. He gonna go to the hospital. He gonna be in the hospital. Intensive care unit. No, the weight classes are real. I think it depends on the rules as well. Of course, it would be you're bound by boxing rules, it would be a problem. Earlier, UFC had no weight classes, and we were seeing knockouts left and right. Yeah, usually by the bigger men. Usually by the bigger men. And that's why, even if you notice, MMA went to weight classes. Because if it would have been working, they would have kept it. They went to weight classes too. There's a reason. Yeah, big men are just big men. You got to respect it. You just got to respect it. The when the leopard sees the lion or the tiger, he got to respect it. They both apex predator. But what does the leopard do? He runs up a tree when he see them lions. Or see some he's up that tree. They apex predators, but weight matters. One-on-one, you're not winning. You're not winning, especially if they both fighters. I had a 6-on-6 on Tank versus Crew. Mayweather pockets win him again. Tank hand was messed up in the 6th round. Heaven Andy. Yes, he had a little adversity. Tank needed it. He had some adversity. Like Mayweather fought with a broken hand one time. It gives you a little adversity. It sees where your metal is at. We seen Tank's metal. He fought with a broken hand. We seen his metal. He had good metal. Is combat Hapkido all self-defense any good, or should I carry a gun? Just kidding. Carry a gun, but still practice Hapkido. There are some techniques that you can learn from any style. There's certain things you can learn from any style that can help you, but you got to remember it has to help the rational. If it's not helping the rational in any way, then it's probably like something that's meditative, good for meditation, free flowing. Some kung fu forms are just good for your body movement, just to be moving your body, not meant exactly for battle. That's right. We talking it up. We chewing that fat, people. We chew it. Intuitive versus the rational. They need to work together. See, the good thing is your kung fu can work with your good stuff. Why Tank said hell no for the Tank said hell no for the rematch. See, that's why they don't make him like Mayweather, Heavy Andy. That's why they don't make him like Mayweather. Everybody hating on Mayweather. They don't make him like that no more. Back in the day, you would have to run that back. Sigma, weight didn't help Canelo. Mayweather versus Canelo. No, it damn sure didn't. It damn sure didn't. Not all of the way. He wasn't that much heavier than Mayweather either. Damn sure. I don't know. It could have been 20-something pounds. I don't know if it was 25 pounds like what DK Wu did, but you know. The one thing about that, Simba, is you can't use the anomaly to further the generalities. You can't use anomalies to further generalities. Mayweather is an anomaly. That's not the generalities. Most people ain't doing that. And you can see that in boxing. Most people ain't doing what he did. Charlie Burley did it too, but most people ain't Charlie Burley. There you go. You can't look at a lottery winner and say, well, hey, shit, he hit the lottery. We can all do it. No, they're called the anomalies. And that's one thing you can never do. You can never do. See, that happens in like arguments. That's why arguments go nowhere, because you got to talk in generalities. That's where debate comes in. You got to talk in generalities. So in generalities, no. Big men, small men can't face big men. That's why Roy Jones hadn't been done in so long. The light heavyweight challenged the heavyweight and win. But look at the heavyweight he challenged too. It was a strategy to his move. Master Light, do you feel judo is useful in these streets against these knuckle traps? Michael Butler, yes, because judo connects right to an irrational style of fighting, which is grappling. Rational. Wrestling, grappling. That's rational. So that's what the arts like that, those are not abstract arts. Those arts are built on the rational form of fighting. So yeah, those are rational. Age is just a number. If you're in fighting shape, talk about it. That's right. That's right. That's right. That's right. That's a true fact there. Age is just a number if you in fighting shape. And I'm talking about true fighting shape. Facts. Facts. Because muscle memory is real, people. Muscle memory don't forget. Even if you get dementia, you ain't forgetting how to open the door. See, muscle memory ain't forgetting. You're gonna forget who your kids are, but you're gonna know how to open the door. Richard Comey versus Loma is on Saturday. Is Loma going to win with a stoppage or a knockout? Oh man, I see a stoppage. I see a stoppage. Comey leaves himself too open, and I see a stoppage. What I'm waiting for is Loma versus Tank. I want Loma to beat up Comey and get that Loma versus Tank Davis. Then we're going to see some fireworks. We're going to see some. We're really going to see Tank Davis's medal when he gets in there with Loma. Facts. Facts. That's what I want to see. I need to see Loma beat up Comey, and then him and Tank get it on. Loma has those sneaky body, yes, ripping body shots. Loma know how to rip them body shots, man. We can't sleep on Loma. Oh, Nakmizi said, I hope Comey wins. I've trained with his people in Ghana. Salute to Comey. You know, we're gonna give him some love because he didn't train with my family. He didn't train with my family. Now, Comey is a comer, though. Don't get it wrong. You don't get a chance to win the belt just because. Comey won that belt right. And he went up against what's the name? Teofimo, and you know, power shots. You know what I'm saying? You can't beat Tio trying to go power for power. Just how Kambosos just solved him. Oh, it's thundering out there. We got a thunderstorm going on out there. Light up my jizz on. And I said, I ain't betting on them, no. Smart money is smart money. That's what my homie Nakmizi is saying. Smart money is smart money. We rooting for him. I just can't bet on him. That's just smart money. Because Loma is on the tear. I think now that Tio lost, we might even get the Tio versus Loma rematch. It makes sense now. Tio was running from it before, but it makes sense now. So Loma could go either which way. He can go Tank Davis or Tio, still get that money. If Pryor fought Sugar Ray, who would win? Oh, that's a good one, Free Smoke. It depends on how Sugar Ray fought him. If Sugar Ray tried to bang with him, Pryor. If he boxed him, Sugar Ray. George Kambosos Jr. is a star. He was everywhere this weekend. Will Devin fight him or Tank alone? I don't know if he already started backpedaling with the Devin Haney. He talking about Ryan Garcia. How you going to aim your gun at a man that got having all type of mental problems? Ryan Garcia, not sure if he want to be a model or a boxer or Instagram, celebrity. He don't know what he want to do right now. So you can't aim your gun at him. So the fact that he's not steady on Devin makes me think that I don't know if he want that work. But he is a star, and we got to give it up to Kambosos. He stayed after his wife had his son, his grandfather died, and he stayed the course. So that's a story. He got a dope story. Jamal Gus, what it do? Being too big can go against you sometimes. Look at Anthony Joshua. Yeah, well, you can't help it. If that's your class, that's your weight class. I hit those notifications for your channel. I will check you out soon. Salute, Don Carlos. Appreciate you. Paris Robinson. DK Wu performs amazing power punches from close range, like when he knocks the visors off of motorcycle helmets. Yeah, but that's just not how the fight's going to go. See, and that's the thing. Those things won't transfer really into rational fighting unless we run up on you. I have my two homies hold you, and then I one inch punch you in the face. Blah! Now, okay, I may rearrange your face a little bit, but they holding you. But if you're moving around in any type of crazy pattern, it's going to be very hard to get off that 1 inch punch. Almost damn near impossible. Damn near almost. We on because there's no absolutes, but almost. It's up there. It's up there. It's probable, but probably not possible. It's probable, but probably not possible. That's right, you know. As long as you got that if he run up on somebody on the motorcycle and he knock the visor right off, if they sit right there, he can knock the visor right off their joint. But if they get the riding on them, it's going to be very hard for him to pull off that trick. And that's what he built his career off of, those type of tricks. But they're tricks. They're not the real thing. Very hard to pull that off against somebody. It's like I said, it's like a dance partner. Can you dance with somebody that doesn't want to dance with you? It's very hard to get your boogie on with somebody that's trying to walk away from you. Oh, I'm spilling my coffee. Oh, come on now. I'm fucking up. It's very hard for you to try to boogie with somebody that's walking away from you. Same thing in the fight. Ain't nobody participating with you in the fight. Ain't nobody trying to help you live your Wing Chun fantasy out. They ain't going to be throwing the punches at you and holding them out there so you can get into your joint. No. Ain't nobody participating with you. You're going to have to earn this. You have to earn it. That's why it don't work. When it's working, it's because somebody's participating with you. If you throw a punch in the lands, you leave your hand out there and only bring it out an inch. 135 is the division. Watch. Hopefully, Gary Russell comes back and mess up people playing. What's going on with Showtime Boxer? Yeah, what's going on with Gary Russell? He needs to fight more. He's fighting too less. Gary Russell needs to mix it up. That's just like talent sitting there, rotting out for no damn reason. Gary Russell is a hell of a talent. He's so much of a talent. All of his brothers box. Gary Antoine beat Jerron Boots Ennis. Gary Antoine beat Jerron Boots Ennis in the amateurs, and Jerron Boots Ennis is ridiculous with it. It probably was a different Jerron Boots Ennis that he beat, but still, hey, you got to be a good fighter. Like I'm saying, nobody's participating with you, people. Nobody's participating with you to help your fantasy get off. You're going to have to earn it. So nobody's going to throw a punch so you can Quan salad right, catch it with your crab claw, your mantis, your drunk mantis. You ain't going to be able to get drunk on anybody. Nah, ain't going to be able to do none of that. But is there something you can get out of drunk fighting? Yes. The ability to turn instability into stability, to go from an unstable step into a stable step. That is the essence of drunk fighting. Throw all of that other stuff away. Abstractly is saying the ability to kind of like fall into a punch and catch yourself. That's dope. That actually help you in the fight, because there's a lot of times where you're going to be unstable in the fight. Excuse me, where you may throw a kick and miss. If you know how to turn your instability into stability, that's drunk fighting. That's the art. There you go. You got it. Without holding your hand in the cup. Will we get Terrence Crawford versus Spence fight? We need it. We need it. But I don't think we're going to get it right now, because Spence, there's no way Spence taking the time off he's been off, he should come back and fight Crawford. If I was his advisors, I would totally advise against that. And Crawford's been out there winning. His last, 7, 8 fights been stoppages? Nah, we're gonna have to get the tune up. I would make Errol fight Ugas, let Terrence fight Keith Thurman. Then when that finishes, they fight each other. I knew Sean Porter was going to lose against Crawford. We all knew. Sean Porter is not that good. He loses quite well. Not against the high level, not against the Terrence Crawfords. Simma, perfect description of the drumfish. Yes, yes, that's how you get some juice out of it. That's how you see the real out of it instead of trying to hold your hand in the cup. But they don't want to look at it like that. See, because if you see it for the intuitive art that it is, you can actually see what it's trying to say. Jamal Gus said he needs at least 2 fights. I can go for that. Because he got that eye injury. We got to see how that eye injury is going to affect him. What happened when he get punched in the face? We got to know. We got to know. The eye injury could be from the car accident. See, sometimes the injuries from car accidents play out 2 years later. You be in the car accident, and 2 years later, your knee go out on you. Like, oh man, my knee. I always had strong knees. Now I need a knee replacement. That's from that car accident. This eye thing could be associated with that car accident because his face was banged up. Remember, one eye was mad red. Y'all remember that? He was banged up. I think he was missing a tooth. One eye was mad red. That could be the same eye for all we know. And if that's the case, then yeah, we're going to have to see what he does because a car crash is hard on the body, man, especially when you use your body as a paycheck. You got to see fighters use their bodies as a paycheck. So they need to be in top tip shape. They can't be half broken going into fights against people that are, pretty much 95% good and you 75% good. You're going to get blown out, especially against the top tier. Yo, LB, I think Shakur Stevenson could become undisputed at 135. Nobody want to fight him at 130, especially as Valdez running from him. Of course, Shakur is a beast. He's a Jedi Knight. I think Shakur is a Jedi Knight. Errol dodged the bullet that night. Facts. Jamal Gus, I had that, brother. You are correct. Yeah, we got to see. Because them car accidents is terrible. I hope it ain't the end of a career because Errol Spence is a great fighter. But it is also a lesson. He got caught up hanging with Adrian Broner and them. If you look at Errol Spence's early career, this is the only time, and I'm an Errol Spence fan to my heart. But where he went wrong, he was a cool dude that got caught up in that. Because then when that money hits you, it hits you. Like, listen, nobody can say that I'm gonna get some money and I ain't gonna change. No, you're not, because then that means you ain't never really got no money. You ain't really got no money. Because when you get that real money, oh yeah, you gonna change. You're gonna change. Your underwear gonna change. Your style of socks is gonna change. You're gonna change. You're gonna change, and it's an amplifier. Money not only changes you, it amplifies too. It has a two-pronged effect. So I don't think it amplified it kind of maybe in Errol Spence's heart, he wanted to be on the party scene a little bit more. The money amplified that and it changed him because now he around other dudes. We drinking, we moving, we shaking. Then you get drunk, jump in your car, and there you go. So that's kind of where Errol went wrong, but that's the type of wrong that everybody can understand. Because when that money hit you, I mean, real stacks that we can't even understand that he was getting them stacky stacks. Oh yeah, you're gonna change. Oh, and we're gonna see who you really are. Yeah. Shakur knows how to keep his distance and don't get hit with clean shots like other fighters. I like Chris Colbert, but he get hit a lot and play around too much in the ring. Facts. Chris Colbert definitely take a lot more risk than the Shakur Stevenson. And he got them wide looping punches. Shakur joints is tight. He gonna get clipped. He gonna get his wings clipped running up against Shakur. He gonna get his wings clipped. Smoking grass keeps us stable. Hell yeah. That's right. I love smoking the wacky weed. And it ain't the wacky weed as in quality, but I just call it the wacky weed. That's what the old timers used to call it, that wacky weed. He's smoking that wacky weed. Now we call it loud. We're puffing that loud. So that's the breakdown. I got 52-52 Jeremy Burke with a B. That's the breakdown. Intuitive versus the rational. That's what this coffee and Mary Jane was about. Hold on, let me sip a little bit of this coffee. I still got coffee left. We still sipping. Coach, what's the difference between robbing the bank and doing a Houdini? I don't really know the Houdini too much. I know rob the bank. What rob the bank is trying to do. When you rob the bank right here, see, you're protecting the 3 knockout points. Here, here, and here. And that's why your arm goes over it and you tuck your chin into it. These are the knockout points. The lower hand is just if you try to throw something at the body, you can kind of stuff it. Or you can return with the lower hand. Like, so if I'm robbing the bank here, I can come back with this shot. If I'm robbing the bank here, I come back with the hook. The shots you don't see it's out of your sight. And you start using out of sight, out of mind. They don't see the hand, they forget it's there. But the Houdini, I don't really have enough information on the Houdini to break that down. Rob the Bizang. A lot of people, I had one dude say about Skull and Bones. Let me show you. So from here, I'm in my southpaw stand. So that's my Skull and Bones. So when the Skull and Bones comes up, this part of your body is open. Yes, I've had somebody talk about that. And they see me in the picture posing with it. It's like, well, your body's open. Well, what we need to understand is that Skull and Bones is not a pose, it's not a posing block. It's a snapshot. Bang, and then you're back. Bang, and then you're back. When you raise your elbow, there are times that you can raise your elbow in the fight, but your mind knows to get it back. The same way if you're throwing a hook. When you throw a hook, this is open. The elbow is up. Same thing if it was a Skull and Bones. It's the same shape. The same thing with throwing a hook is you know you got to get back and get your arm back down. Same thing with your Skull and Bones. You snap it and you get your arms back down. Is 52 really helpful for a smaller guy to defeat a larger guy? See, Cruz, it's helpful to not eat all of the punches from the larger guy. I don't know if you're going to defeat him, but you don't have to eat that many punches. Was a star born today with Cruz having a close fight with Tank at 135. Ryan was talking ish on Twitter about Tank. Why we don't fight Cruz, then Ryan would get knocked out cleanly. If he fought Isaiah Cruz is definitely a star. Facts. You got to give him his props. Healer, the mind body coach, salute. Got to give him his props. Got to give Cruz his props. He's definitely a star. But he's threw his name in the game. Got to respect him. Got to respect him. He pushed Tank to the limit. That's for sure. One thing we can say is that he pushed Tank. Remember what Tank said in the preliminaries, that he come forward, I'm going to come forward. It's going to be a beautiful collision. That's what Tank said. He said, he's going to come forward. I'm going to come forward. It's going to be a beautiful collision. And what happened? Cruz came forward and Tank went backwards, as he should have. As he should have. Coach, how high do you keep your hands when you spar? If I don't got my hands above my head, my coach is yelling at me that my hands are down and too low. Yeah, because he knows he wants you to start high to end low. So you do not have to be in a fight like this. No. But sometimes they'll make you overdo just to get this. It's the eyebrows. Your hands really need to be at your eyebrows. Or, there's two places you can look at. You could eyebrow to the lower jaw right here. If you stick your thumbs into the points behind your ears and make a fist, This is good up to your eyebrow. This is the game that you play. Eyebrow to jaw, up and down. Ali never kept his hands up. Oh, yes, he did. Look at Cassius Clay. He did. Go back and watch Cassius Clay. He kept his hands up. But Ali understood the game. It's like the Matrix. When you know the rules, you can bend them. Remember when Neil found out that he was Neil? He started flying. Jamal Gus, Floyd does both. Of course, it's called giving people different looks. That's what you really want to do is you want to give different looks. You want to go here, here, maybe here sometime, back up, down, ha, down, ha, ha. Keep giving them different looks. J Mac, with it be, fam? Salute. Appreciate you for making it to the chat. To the Chizak. We is Bizak, Coffee and Mary Jane. Today we broke down the intuitive and rational. And that's what I got to start doing with my Mary Janes. We need more of a subjects because I can get up here and rant all day. That ain't nothing. But we got to have a subject. So the next Coffee and Mary Janes, they definitely going to have the subject base behind them, something that we can chew up and get something out of it. So just so we ain't talking for the sake of talking. But I like talking. Don't get it twisted. When I got some weed and some caffeine, I can keep talking. J Max said I'm high. Me too. Me too. That's the only way to fly. I hope you got that damn on the T for the whole body. I got to get that. I like the movie that one Jet Li. Yeah, the one, yeah, Jet Li killed it in that. Roger W. Have prizes been mailed out? Yes, they are. They is in the whizzin. They is in the whizzin. Tank's hands were at his chin level, a little lower the whole fight yesterday. Yeah, that's pretty good. You know, you like I said, you can go from here to here. You can keep them here. It's hard to just keep your hands here. More at the chin level is a little bit more comfortable. But the key is give your opponent different looks. Remember, you are fighting a supercomputer. More than just the opponent, you are fighting his brain. His brain is a supercomputer that is looking for patterns. You have to break the pattern. You have to learn. This is what we call, offbeat fighting. You have to know how to break the pattern because the brain is searching for pattern. And if it finds one, he can close you out on it. Duck and tuck. He can close you out on it. If his brain sees a pattern, he can close you out on it. That's why you got to keep changing the picture. You keep his brain guessing. Z Cruz, I like what I see from 52. Are you familiar with KC fighting method? Yeah, I seen that KC thing, definitely. Cruz's defense was nice too. Redirecting all of those shots with his elbows and gloves. Yup, bobbing and weaving. Very good game. Showed very good defense. He wasn't that easy to hit because he was bending at the waist. Cruz got that waist bend real nice. He got that waist bend real nice. He bent at the waist real nice. Like you said, a star was born. J Max, I like to move forward and throw them blocks and weave. Okay. Did you ever get knocked out? I once woke up on the ground. To this day, I don't remember what happened. Nah, I've never been knocked out. It is something of protection. It's your body protecting itself. A true knockout is you saying that you're out to fight, letting your opponent know, like, I'm gone, I'm out. This fight is over. J Mac got to know how to move from punches. Facts. J Mac, I've been knocked out and busted my chin on the ground. Yeah, man. I've been choked out. I haven't been knocked out, but I've definitely been choked out. I've had my breast sealed that way. I've been sleep through a choke, and I got snuck from behind. Yeah, see? Yeah, that's the dirty bastards behind the back punches. It's a difference between being offensively sound and being defensively sound. Facts, T.O. Griffin. Why folks don't talk too much about Floyd Patterson? I don't know why. Floyd was one of the youngest champions. He set the standards. His jumping left hook was tremendous. Floyd get real low jumping with that left hook, knock you out. Oh, we got the hater in here. People, there go my hater right there, Andre Ellis. Riri is in here. Riri is in here. Special Olympics has just joined the channel. It's Special Olympics. The Special Olympics is up in here. What's going on, Special Olympics? Hey, Special Olympics. We ain't mad at you. We ain't mad at you though. Yeah, sometimes you get those Special Olympics type of people. He's so mad. Sleeper hold is crazy. George Floyd was a nice man. Yeah, listen, G sleeper hold is scary. Yeah, listen. If you do enough wrestling, you know it. Gazelle punch. Yeah, but hey, a knockout can happen. It's normal, people. If you in the fight game, certain people can say they've never been knocked out by a punch, never choked out. Crimson Skull, what's good? What's good? But hey, it's part of the game. You may get kicked out. J Mac, let me ask you something, big homie. Why do people say from the shoulders? I don't know. There is arm punching. I wouldn't say punch from the shoulders. I've heard that too. I think it's just people not really understanding boxing technique. But also, if if they're talking about unlock the shoulders, that's what they could mean, and that's this. See how the shoulder goes. So you know, but that's unlocking your shoulders. That's one way they could mean punch from the shoulders. That's what that could mean. I made it to the live. Were you able to see? Was I able to see the fight last night? I had to catch it later. Shit, they ain't fight the elite. I noticed with Tank's footwork, he was using the kickstand balance. Yes, he was. Right is right, people. Right is right, Mr. Crimson Skull. Right is right. Right is right. But yeah, punching from the shoulder is unlocking that shoulder, not having a tense shoulder when you punch. Your shoulder is relaxed. So that way you get like an in and out. It's like you're stabbing. It's like if you stab somebody with a knife, you go in and out. And you want your punch to have that same in and out. So you from the shoulder. Dempsey mentioned the shoulder world. Mm. Like you can also throw the shoulder, roll the shoulder into your punch too. So I guess that's what that could mean. I take that back. Your shoulder, your shoulder's definitely in your punch. That's what that could mean. Kraft McGraw style reminds me of Joe Louis in Side Game. Okay, with the side stance, his positioning. Tank was looking for the upper. Yes, he was. He grazed him a couple of times with it, but he was looking for that uppercut, and it was right because that's how you know Tank has a good mind for fighting because Esau Cruz is bending at the waist. When you catch somebody that's bending at the waist a lot of the time, the uppercut is the punch to throw. You run them right into it. You throw one punch, get them to go under, and you run them into the uppercut. Strength goes with knocking someone out. More power. You want power over strength. Power goes with knocking somebody out. Because if it was strength, that means most people couldn't do it. On the whole, if you learn how to technique, most people can knock most people out. Yeah, power. Yeah, power is knockout. Yeah, power is knockout. Timing too, yes. Timing matters. You gotta have the right timing. If you got a bazooka but you off, it don't mean nothing if you shoot missiles if your aiming is off. Yes, indeed. Let me sip my coffee. hmm We got the coffee gang up in here. Remember, anybody looking for the coffee, drink some of this coffee, CBD. Let them know Light Burley sent you. The link is in the chat. Wrench gang. Yeah, Prince Nassim done got very fat, right? Footwork and cutting angles. It's fair to say Cruz would have won if he threw more punches, or was Davis just evasive? Davis' defense was on display. Um, Cruz do a lot of looping punches. He need to tighten them up. I'm not bragging, but I knocked somebody out with a straight jab, and he told me he had to get stitches in his mouth. Yes, indeed, a jab can do it. Oh, in front of his girl. Damn it, J Mac. Oh man, you're so disrespectful. J Mac is so disrespectful. So disrespectful. Not in front of his woman. Oh my God, he's so disrespectful. Hey, had to go down. He shouldn't have brought this woman to the fight, right? Right, J Mac? He should have left his woman at home. Listen, if you come in the script scrap, you may want to leave your woman at home if you don't want to see you get scratched out. I hear you, J Mac. You got to do it. You got to do it. He shouldn't have had his woman with him while he wanted to be disrespectful. When you want to be disrespectful, you leave your woman in the house. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. So you ain't got to end up getting knocked out in front of your lady. That's terrible. It's terrible business. Yeah, I got my little Buddha beads on. We're gonna be coming with our own line of weaponry soon. We working on it. Breakaway, brass knuckles. We got something coming for you. We got something coming from you. 52 block style. Things made to go with your 52 block style. Idris, Falcon, yo, the family is up in here. How you been, sir? That's right. I launched this live a little bit earlier. I've been working still. Hey, that's right. Busy is good around here, man. Yeah, that 52 is needed, baby. Yeah, busy is good around here, Mr. Idris. It's good. We like busy. Busy, the busy soldier is the good soldier. Brass knuckles. Oh yeah, we coming with our own form of brass knuckles. I can't give it away. I don't want nobody stealing my ideas until I break it out. But it's gonna be jewelry and weaponry. Hold on 1 second. My computer acting funny. I don't want it to turn. I don't want it to. I don't want it to turn off in the middle of the live. So let me plug this in. Let me see what this. Okay. Okay, we got a little juice coming in there. All right. Yeah, I had to fix that. I don't want my computer to turn off in the line. Z Cruz said, take my money. He said, fortunately, brass knuckles are legal in Texas. Yeah, I seen the Gervonta fight. J Mac. I had some t-shirts and stuff, but like I said, for those that like flying, you know how you get on the plane and to get real cold, what you're gonna be able to do is wrap yourself up in one of these. That's right. Like when you on that plane and you get real cold, you bust this out right here, like this, and everybody on the plane going to know you 52 block. So if there's anybody on there that want to try to like take the plane, hijack the plane, they're like, we ain't taking this plane. You seen that man in the back with the 52 block blanket on? This ain't a safe plane to hijack. We can't hijack a man that got the 52 block blanket. He gonna be ready. They ain't taking your plane just because you had this right here. So we got some stuff coming. That's right. That's right. We got some stuff coming. Make your trip safe. Ain't no Taliban gonna hijack you when they see you with that, when they see you wrapped up in that. Like I know you was talking about doing a movie with 52 blocks. You ever thought about doing the book? Doing the book you wrote on the girl Kelsey and making that a movie? Crimson Skull, salute to you. Thank you for help for promoting that and plugging that for me. That would be awesome, right? That would be awesome. I would love to do it on that. That is a great storyline. If you go to my online course, advanced.lightburley.com, gang, gang, rich gang, gang, Mr. Dave, Mr. Dink, the professor, drop that link in the chat. If you sign up to advanced.lightburley.com, you get that book and you can read that book, Kelsey Sutton. It's a dope book about a black melanated princess that knows the art of 52, and she's trying to break up, little flesh trade rings and all of that, flesh peddling rings and sex trade rings. I'm gonna write a part 2 to it, but I want to give appreciation to Crimson Skull for bringing that up. Thank you. Salute, brother. That 52 Capoeira was fire. Facts. 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 Yes, it was. We got to do more of that. We got more of that coming. Yes, sir. It's in the chat. If you want to sign up to that course, advanced.lightburley.com. We got over 12 different playlists, hours of videos on 52 and kicking. You get the advance. You get my reaction videos. They go in there first, so you can see them there first before I release them on YouTube. The Buddha Blunt that I plan on doing later on today. We got some Buddha Blunt videos coming where we're gonna see Buddha Blunt in breaking down different art forms. The only way Buddha Blunt can do it. Advanced course, 28 playlists, 790 videos, over 48 hours, 11 PDFs, people. I'm going to say that again. This is what's on advanced.lightburley.com. Well, let's break it down again. 28 playlists, 790 videos, over 48 hours of videos, and 11 PDFs. And music. And the music is on there. Z Cruz, that reminds me, I'm a complete newbie. Like, do I sign up for the advanced or the Learn Martial Arts website? Now, I'm going to break it down for you. Learn-Martial Arts is 500 lessons. You get one lesson a day. It is definitely for the beginner. It takes you from the beginning all the way up. You can certify every level. There's 5 levels. It takes about 15 months. Advanced.lightburley.com is also, it has relevance to its name, where it's advanced in a way that is not as structured as learn-martialarts.com. The information is there, but you yourself, you have more of the responsibility and duty of watching the videos and practicing. With Learn-Martial Arts, you get one lesson a day. You can't get the lesson 2 unless you watch lesson 1. You can't get the lesson 2 unless you get, so it's very structured. And that's the way I meant to do it, that way, where there's one structured and one for the advanced. So if you already have been in martial arts and you already feel competent in the basics, then you can go to advanced. If you feel like you're just like a newbie to martial arts altogether, you can go for Learn. He said, thank you. That's what I figured. Yeah, I was long-winded with that. I was long-winded. Use your voice. Say, dragon, kick him in the nuts. Oh, Lord. Guard your grill, protect your neck. So wavy. That's right. That's what we all about. I appreciate 52 blocks. I am new to the art form, learning more about it, and I'm practicing some of the things on your video. David Mitchell, thank you. That's right. Defense first. Where 52 blocks signifies, and the principle of it is the art of not being hit. It's not just about blocks. Do not get so caught up in that you think everything is about blocks. There's clever hand feints, hand positions, footwork, the kickstand balance, knowing the different levels of footwork, mixing them together. Crimson Skull, so that movie would be fire. I think so. I'm gonna have to get the Netflix. They gotta see this. I think so. I think so. And it's a female doing it, so you know the world gonna love it. The female up there with the just stuffing them, kick them in the face. What? You know they gotta have me choreographing some of them fight scenes. They're gonna get crazy. Even when they grabbing them, I'm gonna have it through the skull and bones. Closed door, break the grab them in the headlock, throw them down. Break their neck. What? My choreographed fight mind is infinite. They need me. I break down the crazy fight scene the way 52 could shine. I've never been able to block anything, but I'm trying to learn. You got to. Not everything you need to block. Certain things you can duck and slip past. When is that movie coming out? I don't know. I think I may just have to take my little bit of money and do it myself. I think I may have to do some ground stuff myself and just take the risk. Make it a YouTube movie. Just bring it to my channel. I was thinking about like a series. I can do a YouTube series on 52 and make it kind of a dope little series. And maybe that's the route I go. I gotta give me some good actors though, but maybe that's the route I go. I do got some good cameramen, and we'll see. But the one on Kelsey Sutton, I'm gonna need some real backing behind that one. That one gotta be done right. I need some real money behind that one. With some nice paper behind that one, we can make that one so official. See, I don't even want to mess that one up with short paper. I want to have the right paper, but I can definitely do like a YouTube series, and that's probably the route I'm gonna go. Is probably like some type of YouTube series or something. That might be smart money. Put this down here. Yeah, we had a good live, people. My peoples, we had a good live. I enjoyed this live so much. And as I said, Coffee and Mary Jane, we are back on track. We will be Bizak. We will be back. Thank you, Coach. Have to go. Respect from UK. LOL, top chat. Salute to you too. I got to go get some of my training in. I appreciate everybody that stopped through. And best believe Coffee and Mary Jane will be back. What's today? Today is what is it? Monday, Tuesday? I'm losing. Monday, Wednesday. Return. I'll see you here Wednesday, somewhere around this time, for another episode of Coffee and Mary Jane. It's your boy LB. Hands up, chin down, rumble. Young man rumble.